You know, we think that our journey, our path is supposed to be like this. Like we are somewhere here and we just go up, 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 up. We earn more money, we become more attractive, more confident, more self-loving, and our life just becomes better, 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 and better. But it's not like this. It's not like this. This is bullshit. And it's actually like this. I don't know, like depends on your personal thing or whatever. It is like comes better and better, but sometimes it corrects and it goes very much down, you know, even the more down that you were before. Sometimes you go very quickly, very high. Sometimes you just continue a little bit like this, you know. And I could see it more visually when I started learning about like investments, stocks. I was looking at the graphs like a year ago, and it was reminding me so much of actually our own journey and the moods I experience and kind of things I experience in life. I can tell that my life significantly improved for the last like 3 years, 5 years, 10 years for sure. And I'm confident that you can say the same about your life. But somehow we're not giving us enough credit for the journey we've came. We always feel like we are not enough. We're supposed to be better. We're supposed to be better. We're supposed to be better. You don't have to like improve and do these jumps every single day. Sometimes it's time for rest, sometimes it's time to reflect, sometimes it's time to like go back and just like go up again. In nature it's not like this. There are seasons, and we often forget that the journey of healing is not linear, is not something that just constantly gradually goes up. In a big perspective, in a macro perspective, it is constantly goes up, and we are actually evolving as a humanity, as a species, as a one single individual here. We are gradually like evolving and going up, but only from the very, very like big perspective, not just from the perspective of one single human day or even one single human life. And looking at the bigger picture, like this macro philosophy thing, it helps a lot to kind of be easy on yourself. Like we don't have to always like push forward. We can just chill. We can just chill. Sometimes it's time for chill, and it's time for chill can be not just like 1 hour 30 minutes. It can be year 2 10 years, all your life. Sometimes it's time to push, and life will always let you know what kind of time is it for you right now, what are you supposed to do right now. It always like will give you signs, so you will not overthink or, oh, am I supposed to chill right now, am I supposed to push? Don't overthink it. You already know the answer. You already know the answer. You have the fear that you will not do enough, that you will miss opportunity, that you will lose time, that you will not like make the right move at the right time. And again, all these like YouTube videos about what things you have to do, don't waste your time, and it's overwhelming you with the idea that you have to be like productive at every second of your time, but you don't. The most pleasant, enjoyable way of living, it's a natural way of living. The nature constantly teaching us about actually how to live, and if we observe it, we can find so many answers. Just do what feels natural to you. Just like let it be natural. The same way I'm recording these videos, the same way I'm doing exercise, the same way I'm putting healthy, nutritious food inside my body. I don't overthink about it. I don't do this because I want to be at this certain point in 1 year and 5 years. I don't do this because I want to have XYZ. I do this because it's just natural response to life of who I am today. I am someone who reflects on myself a lot, and I just record these processes on the videos right now. This is just natural part of who I am. I'm someone who enjoys being in a healthy, beautiful body, and I'm doing this exercise and things for my body because I just love staying healthy. I just love move my body, and I love the taste of healthy food. I'm not doing this because I want to be a certain way. I am a certain way. That's why I'm doing these things. One day, yeah, you might realize that your diet, nutrition is too poor, or you think like too much negative thoughts, and you think too much thoughts that doesn't serve you, and you're like, no, I don't want to eat junk food. I don't want to think junk thoughts. I don't want to just doom scroll and waste my time. So you make a decision. Don't feel bad about you noticing that you're doing something wrong, even there is no such thing as wrong. But don't feel bad about it, that you just noticed that you need some change in your life. Don't feel angry about, oh, why am I doing this? I did this again. Yeah, you might need to notice thousands of times before you eventually change your habit and way of living and way of being, and it will happen naturally. You will not even notice. Just keep in your mind, the same time you're noticing negative pattern in your life that doesn't serve you anymore, that you want to change, the same time you are already at this point where you don't have this negative pattern, where you already kind of change it to the pattern you want to have. For example, instead of negative thinking, positive thinking. It's a journey. It's not happening like this. I mean, if it would happen like this, I think it would be too boring. Oh, maybe not, I don't know, but this is just not the way the life designed is. We kind of live the past, so the things we are thinking kind of reflects, and we kind of live in the things we were thinking like 1 year ago or yesterday. Our life today is kind of echo of our own thinking and attitude to life and approach to life. You can call it karma, but it's not really karma. No, not really. It's just like, what is your relationship with life right now, with the people, will bloom like in 5 years, in 1 year, in tomorrow. Depends. There's always certain timing. But like what you're living right now, it's the representation of your past choices, basically. So it doesn't happen like this. You make a choice and you will live that kind of choice like a little bit later. Even with the food, you make a choice. Like yesterday, for example, at night, I wanted to eat junk food so badly. And I just said, okay, no, I'm not gonna do this. I'm okay. I had enough nutrition today. I will not eat junk food. So I made the choice, but the consequences of this choice I only experienced today when I woke up light and energized, because I didn't have junk food yesterday. That's a very like physical, down to earth example, but this happens with our thinking. This is how we are basically manifest things in our life. Our partner, job, like money, and all these things that we want to have, we are basically experiencing those things later on if we believe we deserve certain things right now. If you really decided that you're gonna like love yourself and you will only choose the partner who will treat you the way you deserve and all these things, the universe will kind of send you some obstacles in a way to see if you're really holding steady your belief and your attitude towards yourself and towards your life before sending you actually the reflection of what you really truly believe in. It always like sends you some kind of obstacles test on your past to see if you are actually serious about your intentions to live that kind of life, to make that kind of choices. And after you pass these tests, it's kind of become the part of your being and the natural way of living, and you don't need discipline in order to continue living that way, because it's just natural part of who you are. Please don't be too harsh on yourself at this very moment. If you're not doing things you are expecting of yourself to do, whatever is this for you, like earning a lot of money, or like even simple self-love thing. I think many people just deep down just struggles with the self-love and self-acceptance for whom they are and acknowledging themselves. I think this is actually the roots of all causes and not being enough in the world if we would just acknowledge ourselves, acknowledge our journey, being maybe easier on ourselves at some moments. Don't be so cruel to our own self, and just feed ourselves with this loving acceptance of whom we are. Just this act of self, when you are sending this kind of loving acceptance to yourself, is already healing itself. And again, it's not just happening like this, because for you, even to see for your own self that you are steady in your own beliefs, and you are actually representations or a representation of what you actually believe in, and you are intent to be that version of you, there is always some situations in life happening that's kind of shaking you and forced to look at yourself from the different angles, from the different perspective. For example, I can sit here and say like loving acceptance, non-judgmental, complete surrender, and I might just go in elevator and there is a person who doesn't smell nice and whose dirty is clothes, and I can catch myself like judging this person and feel disgust and separation between me and him. So this is kind of this small situation that kind of happens to show me and to reveal, are you really loving Diana? Are you really accepting? There is really like no walls and separation between you and this person. And this happens, and every single encounter like this, it's an opportunity for you to learn and at the same time to heal that part of you. Because what we actually want to heal here, it's separation. Because we are not separate. Maybe we already accepted this idea on some kind of mind level, but it's so hard to encounter this in our physical life and to really live that way, to not judge others, to not separate yourself from others. You have to stop judging yourself. You have to stop judging your journey and always demanding of yourself more and more and more and more. And in that case, you can give this loving acceptance to others around you. And it's so rewarding. I don't know if there is anything more rewarding in life rather than just sharing and radiating this loving acceptance to the world around you, to the people around you. Just try to give this pure, genuine smile to the random person on the street and see how he or her eyes just lights up immediately, and she responds you with this smile, and you're like, yeah, I got you. You don't have to say anything. You just sending and reflecting this love and acceptance to each other. Like, I appreciate your being, you're beautiful. Something like this you can say in your mind. This is just the most beautiful thing in life. So rewarding that I don't even know what else to do with my life. Just kind of like sharing this loving acceptance with other people, cultivating this loving acceptance with myself, because the more I can cultivate, the more I can share. That's just the best thing we can do with our life. At least I figured that for myself. Just sharing this loving acceptance with each other. We need each other. There's like so many lonely, broken inside people that just crave for some acknowledgement, just like craving for being seen. It's actually, when you go to these like parties or events or somewhere, it's best not to talk maybe to the person who attracts you straight away and who is like so beautiful and so talkative and so smiling, because this person is probably more or less feels alright inside. But that person in the corner who is kind of like hedge his head and like shoulders like this and just like so shy, it's the best to talk and to see these kind of people. Even it's much harder because first when you start talking to them, they kind of like scare why do you even talk to me, but that person is the part of you, and when you heal that person just with your loving presence and acknowledgement for that person is like valuable itself, doesn't matter how he or she like looks, talks, and whatever, that person is valuable itself. You are actually at the same time healing the part of yourself, because that person, maybe you cannot see this in a physical realm, but that person is part of you. But for you to kind of give that love and acceptance, not from the ego perspective of you, oh, I'm so cool, I'm helping others because I'm a good person, not from that kind of thing, from the thing where you found this love and presence and power within yourself, and there is power, in the same kind of power and love and presence in other person, and you just want to ignite this spark within themselves, this fire within themselves. And just by putting your attention and seeing this person for whom she or he truly is, just acknowledging him, it helps. By healing others, we are actually healing ourselves. Yeah. I love you. Thank you so much for being here.